My name is Nicholas Chua, and we created OptiFi, an all-in-one health app that allows users to see all of their health metrics in one place, while also reducing the friction it takes for people to build healthy habits. But the problem with health apps on the market right now is that they're straight up confusing. For example, I have no idea which app to choose from because there's so many, and I don't know the trade-off between each one. Additionally, there's an unclear impact on these health metrics because there's so many of them, and I don't know which one could send me to the hospital versus which one it's okay to vary from time to time. And lastly, there's a lack of call to action. The data could tell me that I don't have enough sleep or don't walk enough, but it doesn't give me any actionable plan to fix it. But the biggest problem with these apps is that there's a lack of cohesion between all of them. For example, if I want to build a healthy lifestyle, I have to record my data using MyFitnessPal, process it using the health app, analyze it using something like Athletic, before finally having a call to action like a workout scheduled in my Google Calendar. But this whole process takes up to 3 hours per week and can cost over $450 in annual memberships. That's why almost 45.7% of people end up quitting these health apps because of how counterintuitive they actually are. But according to Dr. Brian Dolan, 230,000 deaths according to cardiovascular disease can actually be stopped and saved by actually utilizing these health apps in an efficient manner. So that's why we created OptiFi, an all-in-one health app that combines all of these health apps that we previously mentioned without all of the unneeded memberships and prices. Additionally, we also created personalized habits that can be synced directly to your Google Calendar to optimize your Google Calendar based on which habits are lacking the most. Now, there's a couple main features we should look at in the actual OptiFi app. So for example, on the left here, we can see the automated scheduler, which shows us the exact personalized habits that we can add to our calendar that are tailored towards what we need most. Additionally, there's the data overview to see what we need during the day and how we've been doing so far. Additionally, there's a nutrition scanner to actually scan food based on an image and tell how many calories are in that image. And also an AI diagnostic based on our health data to see what are we at risk at and what do we need to worry about. Let's take a look at what this mockup would actually look like. So here we can see the full demo and see what this app would look like in the mockup. So we can sign up, link our G-Cloud, and then upload our health data zip to the software. And we can see here a recommendation of the different tasks that we should complete. For example, our next activity is a 15-minute nap, and we can see why this helps based on our personal data and also tips to actually supercharge the activity. Next, we can actually see a brief overview of our activity, like our heart rate, while also tracking things like our sleep so we can cycle through. And then our next feature is actually a camera. So we can see here a brief mock-up as we're scanning an item. So in this case, it's food. And I take a brief picture right now. And the ramen here we can see is a total of 315 calories and uses computer vision to calculate that. Then we can actually log the meal, rate it on a scale of 1 to 5 on how we liked it. And based on that, we actually get recommendations on future suggestions. Our last and final feature is actually a diagnostic of things to look out for. For example, based on our health data, we can look out for things like diabetes, anxiety, while also asking AI directly about that diagnostic. So we can actually turn on the voice recording here and see what this would actually look like for the data and actually talk to it to know what's going on with ourselves. So now that we know the different features of the app, why does this actually work? Well, there's a couple main reasons. Starting with the most broad reason, it saves time and money, right? It takes all of these different apps that you had before, combines it into one centralized platform, and reduces all of the memberships that you used to pay into one free platform. The second reason is the increased personalization. Because these habits are tailored towards what you actually need instead of one broad solution of a one-size-fits-all, it increases the probability that you actually execute on these habits because they know they're made just for you. The third reason is the compounding success. This app tracks things like your calories, your sleep, everything into one centralized platform and allows you to compound that success on previous days. You continue to work on your previous flaws from the day before, and the habits continue to generate based on what you lacked from the day before, making you extremely powerful in the long run. Lastly, it reduces the friction to get started on building these habits. Because everything is so easy centralized into one platform and it integrates so easily with your Google Calendar, it really reduces the probability that you flake off because everything is so easy to do, right? Instead of traveling to 50 different apps, now everything is one place and gives you a better idea of how to actually execute on your goals. I think it is important to note that because the total addressable market of this fitness and health app industry is over $60 billion, if we're able to capture just 0.5% of this industry, we'll be making over $300 million off that as well.
Let's take a look at our currently functioning demos to get an introductory proof of concept. So this is our diagnosis feature. What it's going to do is take the health app data and convert it over to a spreadsheet. And we have that function already programmed. And so let's put it in, and what it should do is diagnose the user's top 3 health concerns. And also it should correspond it with the percentage risk that each of those correspond to. So let's see if we can get it. Okay, you can see the top 3 health concerns right here. Our second demo is an AI voice bot doctor. So if I play it in the terminal right now, it should be able to run just from here.
Hello, I am an AI doctor. Please let me know your symptoms and I will try to help.
Hello, I am facing a runny nose, some sniffling, and coughing.
It sounds like you might have a common cold or possibly allergies. Drink plenty of fluids, rest, and consider taking over-the-counter medications like antihistamines or decongestants for relief. If symptoms persist or worsen, please see a healthcare professional.
This is the third feature of our product. It allows us to have a nutrition scanner, so we're going to use some computer vision to take a picture of our food and save it to Dropbox. So I'm using a Apple shortcut right now, and it will tell you when the feature is done. Okay, so now it's finished, and if I go to my computer right now, I can generate Okay, and now you can see that we have the original picture condensed down in a compressed image, and also the total calorie count of each of the items in the food. Our fourth feature is an automatic scheduler, which will take in our health app data. This time I will use this spreadsheet. As you can see, the results have been outputted in this front end. And if I go to my Google Calendar and I refresh, you'll be able to see all the events that have just been automatically created in my calendar.
This is our recommendation engine, which is developed in Intel Developer Cloud. Here is our instance. This is how we access our virtual machine. I have opened up the virtual machine right here, and I can run this command to start a Jupyter notebook. Here is our Jupyter notebook recommendation system. Here we have synthetically generated a bunch of user logs of ratings and different foods that they have scanned using the nutrition scanner. Down here is the model itself, created with PyTorch neural networks. Some optimizations down here, as well as the actual training loop. And then down here, here we put it into the OpenVino format. So that would be this XML file to just really speed up inference. And as you can see, here are the output files .xml and .bin for OpenVino.
Thank you.